Cherie, I feel like I keep coming with new problems, but I'm not sure I'm actually making progress. My client looked frustrated, and her question pointed to something important, something I could have addressed earlier. She wasn't wrong that she kept bringing new challenges, but she was missing something crucial, how much she had actually grown over our months together. That's a gap we can close. Here's what happens when clients are deep in the details of each session. Week to week, they see only the tree, the immediate problem, the current challenge, the thing that's keeping them up at night right now. They lose sight of the forest. They can't see how their weekly work is adding up to something meaningful. Your role? Help them step back and see the bigger picture. You're their partner in recognizing patterns, acknowledging progress, and recalibrating when needed. That's what this marker is asking you to do. This is marker 8.07, and it's new in 2025. ICF puts it this way: partners with the client to integrate learning and sustain progress throughout the coaching engagement. Notice what ICF is highlighting here. Throughout the coaching engagement, not just within sessions, not just session to session, but across the entire journey you're taking together. Coaching is a sustained partnership, not a series of disconnected conversations. This marker asks you to think beyond session boundaries. Now I need to be really clear about something. What I'm describing here is not session by session accountability. Remember what we talked about earlier in this module? The coach doesn't hold the client accountable. That's still true. Session by session accountability sounds like, did you do what you said you'd do? It puts the coach in control of the agenda. It feels like checking boxes. Engagement level check-ins are different. They sound like, how is this journey serving you? You're inviting reflection, not keeping score. That's a critical distinction. Remember way back in Module 2 when we talked about establishing agreements? Part of that was setting engagement level goals and measures of success. Those conversations aren't just for the beginning of the relationship. They become your North Star for these reflective moments throughout the engagement. The goals you established at the start inform how you check in on progress in the middle. And they guide how you'll eventually evaluate what's been accomplished at the end. It's a continuous thread that runs through the whole relationship. Let me give you some language for these bigger picture check-ins. Try something like, can we take a moment to step back and look at the progress you're making toward your overall goal? Or, how do you feel about the direction we're moving in this coaching relationship? Or simply, what's shifting for you as a result of our work together? Notice what these questions have in common. They're open, they're curious, they're focused on partnership, and they invite the client to do their own reflecting. When you create space for this kind of reflection, you're giving your client a gift, you're helping them see patterns and progress they might miss in the midst of their busy lives. A few pitfalls to avoid here. First, don't get so focused on session-to-session work that you never step back to look at overall progress. Clients can leave every session feeling productive, but still be unclear about their bigger journey. Second, watch your energy when you do these check-ins. If it feels like a performance review or a report card, you've shifted the dynamic from partnership to judgment. That's exactly what you want to avoid. And third, don't confuse this with session-by-session accountability. One is about actions. The other is about the bigger picture and overall direction. Keep them separate. Here's what I want you to remember. Stepping back to see progress serves the client, not you. It helps them recognize their own growth, celebrate their wins, and recalibrate when needed. Your role is to create the space for this reflection to happen. Help clients recognize patterns and shifts they might miss on their own. Every conversation contributes to a larger transformation, and when you help clients see this, they understand the cumulative power of coaching. Speaking of seeing progress, how do you acknowledge your client's growth in a way that truly lands? That's where we're headed next.